Hello everybody and welcome back again to my channel, Ivan Cooking Adventures. The channel where we actually try to prepare the best food possible and with the most fresh ingredients from the markets. Today we actually gonna cook for you a nice Chipotle Burrito bowl. It's not like Chipotle, whatever Mexican grill restaurant. I'm gonna do my own version of a Chipotle Burrito bowl. For that, we actually have a couple of nice ingredients here. Starting with a nice brisket here that we're gonna trim the fat. We actually have some vegetables here, like some romero lettuce. We have some lime, some onions, white onions. So we're gonna roast a little bit, some corn. We're gonna do a little bit of guacamole. We have some sweet peppers. We have some chilies here that we're gonna actually add to our barbacoa burrito that we're gonna do with the brisket. So we got some guajillos, we have some chipotle peppers, and we have some chile de árbol. So that's gonna make that's gonna give it a little kick of the heat. And we're gonna season our beef with our mixture of ingredients here. I actually added oregano, cumin. I actually add some paprika, some chili powder, and actually some smoked paprika there. So we have some fresh cilantro here and some tomatoes, and we're gonna use some bay leaves to give a little flavor. And we only gonna season that beef, that nice brisket, for our barbacoa with pepper, a little bit sea salt, and olive oil, and our mixture of ingredients here that I already told you what is in it. So we're gonna actually barbecue this. We're gonna actually put it in the barbecue with wood. We're gonna smoke this on a cast iron pan for at least 2 hours. When this is done, this is just gonna be so tender that you're gonna actually, this is gonna melt in your mouth when you finish. So you can also do this. You can also do this brisket in the oven, but since we wanna give a nice traditional flavor, we're gonna do it in the grill with actually charcoal, and it's gonna be so delicious. This is Ivan Cooking Adventures, the show that you cannot miss any single episode, because all is good and natural for you guys. Start by trimming the fat of this meat because you don't need it. You don't need it that much. You take it off. You take that fat off from there, just like that. Take it from the top. You can leave a little bit, but not much. Just trim it all, just like that. With a sharp knife. Make sure you don't cut yourself. You just need a little bit to tenderize the meat while it's cooking. So now that you have a little bit of fat there and you don't have no fat on this side, start by season the beef with sea salt. Both sides. On the fat too. And pepper. Lots of pepper. We're also gonna add a little bit of, while it's cooking, we're also gonna add a little bit of beef stock. So it could give the meat a nice beef flavor too while it's cooking. So now that you have that, now you're gonna mix all this mixture here, this wonderful mixture that I told you what is in it, and you're gonna rub that meat with all the seasoning, both sides, just like that, all of it. This is like 1 teaspoon of every ingredient. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this to the grill, which is outside, this way. We have the grill here going. We're gonna put this in the grill to actually sear this meat on both sides. Add a little bit of olive oil too, so you can start searing that meat on both sides. Now we're just gonna flip it over because you can see, as you can see, it's nice and seared on one side. Now we're just gonna throw some corn there to roast the corn in this heat too. Corn is gonna be so nice there. So we're roasting this meat first before we start making the barbacoa. So we also have here some homemade, actually, black beans for Chipotle Burrito bowl. Very nice. I just made it today. I actually boiled the beans for a couple of hours, then add some salt, pepper, oil, onions, and cilantro, and let it just simmer for another like half an hour so it could take the taste. I also add a little bit of garlic too, so it could give a nice taste. So these beans are gonna be for our burrito bowl today. So now that the beef is actually seared on both sides, we're gonna add some beef stock so we could start cooking our barbacoa there. Leave it there, very hot. We're gonna add a little bit of olive oil. And we're gonna let it simmer there for maybe 2 hours on a low heat. Now also we're gonna add some dry chilies there, like chipotle, so we could give it the nice chipotle flavors to this meat. We're just gonna add it there, and we're also gonna add a little bit of heat by adding a little bit of the chili de árbol there, and some sweet flavor like adding some guajillo. So now that we have all the ingredients ready there for barbacoa, we're just gonna cover this so we can let it simmer there nicely, and we also gonna cover the grill so we can lower the fire. So we have our corn there roasting, and our corned beef doing there for the next maybe hour or so, maybe 2 hours maximum, so you can have a nice flavor there when it's done. So let's see how it looks in the next 2 hours. Now the barbacoa is almost done. You just got a little bit of sweet peppers in strips, just like this. Just look. I'm gonna show you. These are actually smell very fresh from the farm. Just how many you want, the better. The more the better. There you go. Bring it inside. Again. Got it in strips. Now they just take it like this, and we're just gonna put it to the barbacoa. I'm gonna show you how it looks. Been here for actually almost 4 hours already. I actually gave in 2 first, but I actually ended up doing it 3 hours, 4 hours, I mean. Now you let those peppers to cook for the next 10 minutes, and it's gonna be done. This is so delicious. Just look how this look. This barbacoa. Wow. So tasty and yummy. Crazy. We got the roasted corn on the side here too. Ready? And using about a couple of more minutes, we'll be done with this barbacoa. What we're gonna do now is actually the guacamole. We're gonna start cutting our avocados. I just cut it in half. Take the seed out. Scoop it out. See it like that. So now that you have this scooped out, the avocado, just smash it like this a little bit. Don't smash it too much because you don't want to have like a mashed potato type. You want to have some chunk there too. So smash it a little bit, just like that. See, that's enough. So So now you can add a little bit of diced tomato, diced onions, a little bit of cilantro there, and a little bit of lime juice for the acidity, and salt to your taste. There you go. Mix them up. And then you have a nice guacamole for your Chipotle Burrito bowl. Now, in order to do the Pico de Gallo, just add the diced tomato to a bowl. The remaining diced tomato there. Onions, right? Cilantro. Now, a little bit of salt to your taste. You can use lime juice, or you can also use vinegar if you want. A little bit of sweet taste on the side, but in this case, I'm just gonna use lime. Then mix them up all together, just like that. You have a nice Pico de Gallo for your burrito bowl. There you go, very nice. Now, you can do a nice white onion with cilantro, which is traditional for Mexican cuisine. Very nice combination, because it's a mild combination between the cilantro and the white onions. White onions is not that acidity, that much acidity on it, and the cilantro have the sweetness and the freshness, and it's super good for Mexican food. There you go, just like that. Just mix them up, the two together, and that's it. You can sprinkle it on top of tacos or anything, or any Mexican dishes that you want. Just nice. So now, in order to make the cilantro lime rice, just add cilantro to the rice on top. Mix them up, just like that. So it can all be mixed with the cilantro. Then now, get a half of a lime and squeeze it in the rice, just like that. That's how you make cilantro rice. Now mix them up again. It will be all mixed. It's gonna be so delicious. Now let's see how this roasted corn is from the grill. It's very nice and roasted, you see? Wow, very nice. You just peel off the skin. Get off the skin. And now, just cut it like that with the knife. So delicious. This is gonna be, smells, ooh, like if it's by butter or some seasoning in it. And it's actually not. See? All this is natural, nothing artificial. Everything was cooked to perfection. Now that we have all of this ready here, just prepare like the barbacoa, roasted corn, pico de gallo, guacamole, the beans, the white onions with cilantro, the cilantro lime rice, our lettuce here, a little bit of cheese. So actually sprinkle on top. Now we're gonna prepare our burrito bowl. Just start by adding rice in the middle of any bowl you want. In this case, I want a big one because I'm very hungry. I've been doing this for the last 3 hours because that barbacoa took a lot to be cooked. So now that you have the rice there in the middle, so now we can go with the barbacoa. See this nicely thing here with the peppers. Just put it on the side there. Wow, delicious. Ooh, put a little bit of the nice water. Very nice. Now we're gonna put a little bit of the letters on the side here, just like that. Now, I'm gonna get a little bit of the beans. I'm gonna put it here. It's actually homemade beans that we made for you guys. Then, we got the roasted corn on top, just like that. A little bit of whack on the side, a little bit of Pico de Gallo on top of the letters there, so that's gonna season the letter with this nice Pico de Gallo. You see, with the lime juice, salt and everything. A little bit of the white onions, just sprinkle it on top like that. And at last, but not least, a little bit of cheese on top. A little bit more lime if you want. And a little bit of salt to the letters in the Pico de Gallo right there. There you go. And there you have it. A nice burrito bowl from Ivan Cooking Adventures. If you like to see more recipes, just subscribe to our channel and enjoy.